You can start whenever.
Hello, all of you explorers, dreamers, doers of the rim to rim to rim trek in the Grand Canyon. The rim to rim is also known as the R3, and I am getting ready to leave in a few days for my own first time adventure of doing the R3. And if you're anything like me, watching one video on YouTube will not suffice in your preparation, because if you're anything like me, you get a little OCD in preparing, especially for your very first R3 adventure. So I thought I would add my own little video to show you what I'm taking, and perhaps this will help you in your own planning. I'm going to talk about what I'm wearing. I'm going to talk about the nutrition I will be carrying on me. And I also will be talking about some other important things that you'll want to carry on you for your all-day adventure in the Grand Canyon. Okay, so because I'm going in the fall, there's quite a bit of variability with the temperature, from it being quite hot in the inner canyon to being cool on the rims. We are starting on the south rim, going down the South Kaibab Trail, across the canyon, through the box, up to the North Kaibab Trailhead. We'll be turning around and then heading back, ascending via the Bright Angel Trail on the return side. So starting out, it will probably be in the low 30s. Actually, I know it will be in the low 30s. I'm going to start out wearing a pair of these black shorts, which I happen to love because they have very deep side pockets for carrying some of my nutrition, and they have pockets along the waistband as too. I also will be wearing this short sleeve breathable shirt, which I love. I have these arm coolers that double up as keeping your arms warm when you start out in the morning. I have this lightweight sun shirt with a hoodie that can be worn both like in the morning when it's cold and when it's hot to keep the sun off your body. I have this neck cooler, and this is great so you can dip it in the water to keep yourself cool inside the canyon, and it also works to pull up over your nose and mouth in case the dust kicks up with the wind in the canyon. And then I also have this wind/rain jacket that I can take as an additional layer that packs up very lightly in my hydration vest. And then finally, I have an extra pair of socks that I have in a Ziploc baggie to change into in case my feet get wet on my way over to the North Rim. Then I have my little trail gaiters. These guys are a lifesaver for keeping all of those little pebbles and stones out of your shoes. These are a must, in my opinion. I'll start out wearing a beanie, and I have gloves that I can wear. And of course, I have my headlamp because we're gonna be starting when it's completely dark, and we will also likely be finishing when it's completely dark, so very important. And then I have just, a lightweight hat and sunglasses to wear inside the canyon. So that's it for clothing. I'm also starting out with some equipment that I think is very important. I love these trekking poles, love them. These are the carbon fiber black diamond collapsible trekking poles. And these things have been a lifesaver for some of my training workouts this summer for climbing and descending hills. It really, really helps save your legs for this kind of feat. Okay, so for nutrition, I know this looks like a lot, and it actually is a lot, but believe it or not, this does all fit on my body or in my hydration vest. What I've done is I've actually written how many calories are on each baggie. Some of the foods that work for me, I really like the spring gels because they're natural and they don't give me tummy upset. And then I also really like, for calories and hydration, I really like the Tailwind packets. These have 200 calories in them. And then just for variety, I have other foods. Like I have some stroopwafels, I have some Skittles, I have some Swedish fish, and then I have some tuna and crackers. I think what's important is it's good to have variety, both salty food and sweet food, not just one thing, because that can really just not sit well after hours and hours in the canyon. The thing to remember is you'll want to take between 200 to 300 calories an hour. So for me, I have 4,800 calories packed up, or what's going to be on my body for the canyon. Okay, so this little guy is my hydration vest. I do not work for any of these products that I'm mentioning. I just find they work for me. This is a Solomon Advanced Skin Hydration Vest. And though it looks small, this little dude is mighty. I mean, it packs a lot of punch in terms of its capacity. It has two 15-ounce bottles up front. I'm planning on carrying my Tailwind in these bottles. And then I have a 2-liter hydration bladder that is in the back of this, and that will just be solely for water for me personally. I will be carrying some tissues. I will be carrying some body wet wipes. I will be carrying an emergency blanket. I have sunscreen, very important. I have chapstick. I have Body Glide. This thing is going to be so handy. Rub this everywhere, all over the bottoms of your feet, between your toes, any place you might think you'll develop a hot spot. I have an old driver's license. I have some cash in here because I hear the lemonade at Phantom Ranch is fantastic. And then I also have a trail map folded up in here. I have a power pack that I'm taking in case I need to use it to recharge my phone. Mind you, the phone does not have good cell service in the canyon. I'm just using this for taking pictures and video. And I also have this power pack in case I need it for my headlamp, in case that goes out. I also am bringing tons of salt pills. These guys are a necessity if you're going into the canyon, especially when it's hot, because though you might not feel like you're sweating, you actually are. It's just evaporating right off your body and you're losing a lot of water. So you actually need to have salt with you. And then finally, I have Motrin because gosh knows I'm gonna need as much as what's allowable. And then some Pepto I have here. Another important thing is a first aid kit. This is what I have. It is too big right now, so I am going to be paring it down for just the necessities. But I would say it's really important to have some duct tape that people wrap around their hiking poles, or some KT tape. Definitely some blister bandages for hot spots you might get on your feet. And then I have moleskin in here, and maybe some things in here if you develop a sprain of any kind. I can take care of that here. All in all, when I have everything in my hydration vest, it comes out to 11 pounds. I have been training this summer wearing a weighted vest of between 15 to 20 pounds, so I'm ready to handle that weight. The other thing that I will be taking that's not on the table because it hasn't arrived quite yet is a Garmin InReach. The Garmin InReach is a satellite system that will allow my family to track me so they know where I'm at in the canyon. And it also has an SOS button on it. So if there is an emergency of any kind, I have that capability. So you don't have to have it, but for me, it's just peace of mind, which is why I have the Garmin InReach. You can rent it. I rented it on Outdoor Recreation. That's the name of the company that I found online, and they're sending it to me. So I think that's it for that. Additional resources besides YouTube. Facebook has a really, really great group if you want to follow them. It's called the Grand Canyon R to R to R Run group. So that's where I've gotten a lot of really good resources for my own trip. I think that's it for now. Hopefully this goes well. I will follow up with another video afterwards to talk about any changes that I made, any other advice. In the meantime, if you found this video to be useful, please hit subscribe. And thanks so much for watching. Wishing you the best on your own Grand Canyon adventures. Bye.
Awesome.